Why hello there, happy people! I hope you're ready to start invading Nilfgaard, or go to Dravagard in order to defend them, for we are back to Meve's Revenge. It's a preemptive revenge. A preemptive counterattack, if you will. Now let's go see what this point of interest is. Hello?
Meve and company passed by a village evidently pillaged by the Nilfgaardians. From afar they had heard cries, but as they drew near they recognized them not as cries of grief, but as cursing, cries of anger.
Give him a proper walloping, the scoundrel!
Mercy, good folk! I've done nothing wrong!
The villagers stood gathered near the hamlet's center, surrounding an elf, bloodied and cowering. Stones in hand, the peasants threatened and cursed him.
So this feels like they've set up for this racism, but I'm going to bet that he actually did something wrong, because it would just be redundant at this point if they just had a second persecution.
The queen demanded an explanation. A ruddy-faced blacksmith stepped forth and spit.
A Nilfgaardian spy the horse and his, your majesty. He's the one brought him here to raise the village. He's got to hang.
The other villagers agreed with the smith. The elf fell at the queen's feet and groveled.
Have mercy, Dren. Save your loyal subject. They lie. They fault me only as I am an elf.
If someone's accusing them of being a spy, obviously that's a serious implication, and I would want to take them to trial. I don't feel comfortable just letting the humans mete out their justice, because this character probably is, I wouldn't be okay with the way that this justice is done. This is just he said, she said situations are valid evidence, because you can then see their arguments and put those arguments onto a court record. And based on those arguments, it can lead you to develop a bunch of different conclusions. But I'm not okay with literally just saying someone, he's a spy, he's gotta hang, and the other guy saying, no, I'm not, they're just racist. Because both of those arguments could be valid. I just think that from a storytelling perspective, it makes more sense for them, since they've already done a racist angle, for this character to be a spy. So I think let the humans mete out their justice is probably the right choice, just because it would be a different variety. But I'd be okay, I wouldn't be okay just killing for that reason. But I think it also might be more interesting, because if I spare the elf's life and he is a spy, it might lead to a coming conflict. And I would not... So I think he's probably a spy. But I'm not okay with just persecuting him because I happen to know story tropes. And this might be more interesting than the alternative.
Whence this certainty of his guilt? Have you any proof?
Asked Meve.
Did anyone
That's a better
see
way
him
of saying that.
communing with the foe? Did he hold any coin with a foreign stamp?
The villagers eyed Meve angrily, their hands clenched into fists. Yet none dared utter a word in protest.
Know this. The Blackclads need no reason to pillage our homes. Now stand aside and let this wretch go.
The elf tearfully thanked the queen, then begged her not to leave him behind. Instead, he pleaded vehemently to join her retinue.
Your most noble grace, please, I beg you. As soon as you're gone, the Dwan will hang me from the nearest tree.
I am not okay with taking this guy on my journey with me. I'll simply say, run, you bastard. But it's more interesting if I do. Oh god, I'll be betrayed. And then that'll be fun. And if I choose this, then he might actually die. You know what? No. I would not take this guy along if I was playing for myself, but god, no, actually I probably would, because it would be more interesting. I want to see his betrayal. Let's get betrayed. Let's let him join.
So be it,
said the queen after a moment's consideration.
Find the quartermaster. He's to put you to work. And now we march.
The villagers gazed with hatred as the company left the hamlet. When its thatched roof huts disappeared beyond the next bend, Meve breathed a sigh of relief.
Okay, I can't wait to see how he betrays us, and how that will actually turn the tide of war against us. It's gonna be fun.
You've shown yourself to be merciful, milady. I swear it, your majesty. The elf was scheming.
Gods as witnesses. You see, that I asked for proof and you didn't give any. And that right there sounds like proof. Like, I'm okay, an argument as proof I can accept. Because I don't expect everyone to have recorders. And, like, if your statement has validity, we could probably find some consistency there. So I don't think that just testimony is not invalid proof. Like, it's just true that most people kind of suck at gathering evidence. So you need to be able to accept he said, she said as potentially valid. In a story, it's different, though, which is a problem. Which is the biggest problem. Which is, like, you need to predict, like, you need to be savvy. And it doesn't give you enough information. And, like, you aren't allowed to just take extra time because, it's fucking... Man, there's all these points of interest. Let me check. Your Grace, a merchant has proposal that may be of interest. In the face of war, he's decided to close shop and has offered to give us all his remaining goods. In return, he requests a few of your men escort him to the nearest town. Very well, I'll have the elf escort him. I'm sure that the elf won't do that, but, you know, I like to pretend that. That'll actually happen. So this is a picture of a Demeterium bomb, but none of the cards do what I know them to do, so at this point, I clearly just need to start reading. I think most opponents have had a Achilles heel in their deck thus far, and if I'd actually been reading...
Son, Your Majesty.
Oh no.
Walking along the road. It didn't slow, not one bit.
Okay, time to avenge them. So, most opponents that I fought so far have actually had a card in their deck which, if I had attacked it right away, would have weakened their deck considerably, and I just wasn't reading their cards. So I'm probably going to take some time to do that. I'll just edit that out, but let me talk to these guys.
My lady, I've nae much, but I'll gladly give me last coin for the cause. For vengeance.
Oh, thank you. I was actually hoping that you would give me a quest to avenge your son. Okay. Oh, that's right. Last time we were playing this game, I got a chest for a hidden bit of coin. I believe that last time it was maps. It was Malcolm's map, and it is here. And they said it was by the church. I actually think that I know where this is, so I'm gonna go and check that. As always, I will edit forward if I can't actually go there. I do not know where it is. That was another waste of time.
Your Majesty, what of Prince Willem?
Look, I don't know where Prince Willem's gone, and I don't know why my son isn't going to rescue you, dude. All I know is Nilfgaardians invading. Actually, the plot of this game so far has been relatively simple. Bandits were attacking, and then Nilfgaardian was attacking.
When a shrill cry cut the air.
And then order!
The gully came alive, and soldiers in black armor rushed forth. A cry in turn went up and down Meve's ranks. Ambush!
What a jerk! Okay, I guess I'm in an ambush. Ah, god damn it! I still haven't switched Meve to her other. I guess I'm a broadsword fighter. The Lyrians crossed in a tight circle, forming a barrier between the queen and her foe. Meve was safe, and yet she could not sit idle. She spurred on her steed and rode headlong into the throes of battle in search of the Nilfgaardian commander. She had hoped to ask the Blackclad a few questions, knife to his throat if necessary. Start battle. Good to know ambushes exist in this game. It's almost as though I'm unprepared for this conflict. So this will last only one round. And it's just a standard conflict aside from that. So that's okay. You know, I don't think I actually want the decoy.
Defensive formation! New orders?
Oh, he's a trap. Boost by 6 in resilience. Well, I don't give a shit about resilience, but I'm going to wait for this, obviously. So, let's put the Wagenberg down. It might trigger his trap card. Hopefully that won't be the case. Yeah, I think I still want the Wagenberg to go down quickly. Okay. That worked out okay for me. Okay.
Must be an important lesson in this. But what?
Yeah, okay. I don't really need that, actually. I don't need these guys yet. But that said, if I'm going to use this ability anyways, might as well. No, I don't think I will use this Wagenberg right away, because it's going to be a stronger ability, and I think I can get it better if I do this. I'm definitely going to use this, though. Because this is at 4, and then if I play this War Wagon, I'm going to be able to get 2 more light infantry. This is at 5 right now, that'll be up to 8. I can even move the Lyrian banner up 1 if I feel like it. I'd prefer to play a Lyrian Arbalist, but if I really need to get him at a higher rank up to 9, then I can do that. What an asshole. So that guy went up to 8, which is fine by me. And I can do quite a bit of damage to both of them, actually. So if I kill him now, I get to save about 6. So actually I should have thought about that in terms of saving a little bit of economy. Because if I kill these, I would have stopped 6. And if I kill this now, I'll be able to deal an additional 6. Which is nice. Yeah, I think I'm going to play this.
I'm a monster.
Hurt him. Oh, he just keeps hiding. Cool. Really should have read that card. I literally just said I should be reading the cards more, and look at what happened. Oh well. Let's spawn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will be 7, 8, 9, and then I'll be able to move them to the right. On the other hand, if I play this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I move this up, that'll give this an additional benefit. And I will be able to do more damage. So I'm going to do that. Specifically, I'll be able to kill this one. Oh right, these guys get stronger every time I use an ability. Fuck, I forgot about that. So that gave me 8. Now these guys are gonna kill this. Ooh, these guys get strengthened. So I really want to use this card at this point because these are all at 6. This guy's going to get much stronger, and that'll just be hunky dory. And this will be cleared up in order to make room for this. Obviously, he's going to take 2 more damage, which will be a problem, but I think it's okay overall. So let's do this. Let's play this here. I guess I'll kill him. This will deal 9 damage. Yeah, so I don't want this to be too strong, so let's kill it. And now I have 3 of these in the field, so they'll take a ton of damage when I use my ability.
The front yet again.
Those assassins just aren't showing up, are they? So let's play this one here. When they die, he'll hopefully be able to help me out.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Yeah, definitely go for these 2. Huh. Oh, fuck, I used the wrong... I thought I was using her ability. I didn't... realize I was using the Wagenbergs. I was saving his. Shit. That was actually straight up just a mistake. Like, I thought I had clicked on her when I had actually just clicked on over here. Damn, that's stupid. Okay. I might actually lose off that. Yeah, because I was going to save her ability for those 2. I was actually intentionally saving it to murder these 2. So, since these 2 don't die, didn't die off of that, they'll be able to do the same thing again. So I cannot kill them now, which is what I was hoping for. This is frustrating. Oh well. Let's get this. Let's play him here.
Give me a time.
Let's shoot one of them. I'm gonna look at my deck and see if I happen to have... Nope, I have nothing left that is usable for Caldwell. I do have a War Wagon. No, it's not enough. But that is, if I have another War Wagon and I have another Drummer. So if I use Caldwell, I can get a Drummer and a War Wagon. So I'm going to put this down here. And that should allow me to do double. Obviously these are going to flip over again, and that's going to hurt a bunch. They're going to hurt up here, apparently. So 1, 2, 3. He has 3 of these units, which is going to suck. I'm going to use this here. I really wanted to save it and murder them. I'm upset that I couldn't because I just misclicked. Hopefully that won't cost us the game.
A lesson in humility coming now.
Hungry like a wolf.
Left, right, left, right.
A highly curious case.
I don't see a need to use my ability now. It'll just make their dudes stronger. I have a couple 12 strength units on the field right now. I don't see a good reason to have them die. When he uses his ability, it will trigger on this row down here. It will kill these light infantry, which will deal damage to his own units. So I'm pretty happy with not using that right now. So, but if I use this Merlot, one of these strength 2 units is going to get strength 8. So it's going to get a bonus of plus 8. Making it a 10 strength units. I want one of these two to get targeted, not these two down here. So hopefully this will work out. Okay, that worked out okay. I have to decide. So if I use every time I use an order, it gains 2 armor and it gets 2 strength. I've decided whether I want to use the regiment drummer. And the answer is, if I do that, this will get stronger by 2, making it a 14 strength unit. I don't want to do that. I would like to target it with my ability. So I guess I'm doing this. Even though it would give me 1 additional... So I guess it doesn't really matter. Because the difference is plus 2 for healing or plus 2 for dealing damage. He's obviously going to deal a lot of damage to me with his 3 ambushers. But I think that this is going to make up for it in the end. So I'm just going to do this. And then I'm going to hurt them for this amount. And then I'm going to use its ability. And I can't play down there, but I can play here at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can kill this one, which I'm going to do.
Arbalista, your command.
I didn't think I had an Illyrian Arbalist yet. It didn't list it in the deck list. So that's weird. So these are going to target down here, so I still want to have fewer units down here. Oh, I should have thought about these taking damage. Oh well. I think he won't be able to deal 47, so I think we're good.
I want them taken alive. I need answers.
Oh right, ambushers only trigger during your opponent's turn. So if you pass before they trigger, they don't trigger. Usually at the end of the turn, effects work so often, and I play around them so often that I'm used to making this kind of mistake. But no, ambushers, you need to have ambushers activate on your turn.
The Queen's troops brought several Nilfgaardian prisoners before her. Reynard, who had the best command of their mongrel tongue, interrogated. His first question: how many battalions were marching on Dravograd?
Kes Zagdran ep Dravograd ven.
The prisoners whispered feverishly, then one spoke on their behalf. They would answer no questions until the Queen pledged to free them in return. The Lyrian soldiers saw this as arrogance and said as much.
Conditions they're giving us now? Sons of whores! I say, we find a tree with a strong bough, several...
I think in this instance I would say, you will be free once the war is over. If we can verify that you did say the truth. We need to at least be able to verify what you are saying is true. Is this acceptable? And then we'd be able to work out a deal from there. Or like, we'd start... That's when the negotiations would start. I wouldn't want to finalize this. It doesn't feel like the options presented here lead to the prisoners telling the truth or helping us out. Nor is it particularly humane. This just seems like a bad deal. But since the offer that I want would probably be freedom in time, promise to free the prisoners is the closest to the truth that I can say. I don't see what's gained by hanging the prisoners, aside from fewer enemies and less hassle. I'm assuming we have the logistics to deal with the prisoners, and that we can assume that the prisoners will be okay, which is a dangerous assumption to make. But I'm going to promise to free the prisoners anyways in the hopes of getting a better deal. I don't really like either of these options.
Ignoring the objections of her retinue, Meve pledged what the soldiers wished. They, in turn, admitted their commander had pushed forward ahead of the army's core force. He now awaited reinforcements that would let him take Dravograd. The prisoners claimed these units would march through the village of Turnifen.
To lay there in ambush. Hold them. They could not join forces.
Reynard whispered, leaning in towards the Queen.
We would gain the advantage for the decisive battle.
Meve had obtained invaluable information, while the prisoners would gain their freedom. Or so it seemed at the time.
So, I mean, you could be really cheeky and say, I offered them freedom, and I give you freedom from life, you know, because I could be like a tyrant, evil villain character. However, this is still a bullshit choice, because I do not know whether they gave accurate information. This is, like, I do not have enough to verify, and that's a problem. However, on the assumption that the game is giving me this information that I cannot prove and is claiming it to be the truth, I don't want to execute it. I want them to remain prisoners until verified. I guess I'll free the prisoners.
I would ask you to pledge to not reveal our position to your commanders,
said the Queen.
Yet so eager were you to share your army's secrets with me that your word is of no value. Leave my sight.
Once the Queen's words had been translated, the prisoners breathed a sigh of relief.
Look, that was stupid, but, like, that one leaves a bad taste in my mouth, which might be the point of these conversations, is to have, like, hard choices. But, like, there's a difference between hard choices and stupid choices. Like, stupid, you just aren't creative enough to think of an alternative option. And, like, you just feel bad. And in that instance, it's like, you promised you would free us. Okay. And I made that promise. That's true, I did. I wanted to hash out the details. The details really mattered in that particular instance. It's just like, both options that were presented were dumb. Granted, the execution of enemies, I think, could be condoned in that situation, depending upon if I could, like, actually handle prisoners. If I thought that my army cannot handle these prisoners, and cannot successfully, like, take advantage of their information, even if they gave it to me, it would be safer to execute them, because they could just give up bad information. So, like, I don't know my situation back at home, because I only know what the situation is for the army, and to be honest, since it's in abstract terms, I don't know. I would need more situational awareness to feel okay making those choices. But I've been talking for too long, and now I have to check where I'm going. So I've been wandering around here for a while. There's a point of interest up here. But looking at the clock now, I realize that I've actually gone on for too long, and this actually ended with a moral choice as well as a battle. One that I'm particularly unhappy about, but one nonetheless. So I suppose that I'll see you all next time. I hope that you think about what you would do in the same situation, and what information you would need to make a smarter choice. Completely biased word choice there, intentionally. And I hope that you have a completely biased day in your favor. May luck smile upon you. May the fortune be ever in your favor. And goodbye, everybody.